A digital nomad is anyone who can earn money from a digital medium, also making it really easy for them to move around and take their work with them anywhere they go, which also really suits their location independent or nomadic lifestyle. Now, conversely, a digital nomad is not somebody who would ever risk their livelihood making machine, also known as their laptop, to sun and sand and salt water and all of the things by just taking crazy photos on the beach and other locations. Actually, I'm really guilty of having done this when I first started working online, so scratch that. But the point is, this is actually the first time in history where it's more achievable than ever before for you to actually make a really great and profitable career from your laptop while traveling the world. So if you're someone who's been dreaming of quitting their 9-to-5 job and pursuing a laptop lifestyle, because let's face it, life is just way too short for artificially lit gray office cubicles, then this video is for you. So I'm going to cover the 7 steps to building your profitable digital nomad career this year. And it's all based on everything I've learned since 2016 when I first started working online, based on things I've learned and also just really based on things that I wish that somebody had told me when I first started. So you will find all of the links to the resources mentioned here in the description below, along with a link to a more in-depth resource that's going to provide you with some tips on things like what are the actual most profitable freelance careers of this year, where can you learn them, and how can you actually start earning money from them. So make sure to check that out in the description below. And of course, if you like this video and you want to learn more about how to build and grow your business online, make sure to subscribe to the channel and hit that bell so you get a notification every time a new video goes live. Step 1 is just to decide on which of the skills or passions you already possess that you can bring into an online career. Now, you might be surprised to know that a lot of your existing skills can really easily be translated into an online career. But that's not really the point. The point isn't just to have an online career and be able to make money online. It's to create a profitable and sustainable online career that's going to allow you to have the freedom you want in your life. There's going to be lots of different YouTube videos and tutorials and blog posts all about how you can make money with no skills at all. So of course you can get paid for things like reviewing Amazon books and even hotels and restaurants and taking surveys. But that is not what's going to create this kind of sustainable lifestyle for you. When it comes to earning money online and growing your business, trust me when I say that the more you put into it, the more you'll get out of it. Make sure to check out my video that's all about how to find that sweet spot where your passions and your purpose and your skills all overlap, and how to build this into your digital nomad skill set and where to kind of focus your efforts. But the truth is, the most in demand and the highest paid skills online are going to take the longest to learn, which is natural with absolutely anything out there that's worth doing. So the key is just to start little by little. When I first started working online, I started posting on Instagram for my clients for $20 an hour, just creating really simple graphics and managing their social accounts. And then over the years, I started building onto that skill set to also be able to design websites and build out really complex marketing funnels that's allowing me to charge a lot more than $20 an hour. But the key is just to start and then also reinvest into your learning as you go. So step 2 then is going to be to actually build out your skills. Now you can actually do this using free resources out there like YouTube videos pretty much these days and some blog posts. But I don't recommend it because when you're first starting out, you need someone who is an expert in that field to help structure the content for you so you're not overwhelming yourself by jumping into the more complex stuff first. When you're looking for online courses, you can go to websites like LinkedIn Learning, which used to be lynda.com, that are taught by more professional instructors that are certified in their field of expertise. Or you can go to online marketplaces like Udemy and Skillshare, which are taught by regular people just like me, which are a little bit more digestible, and I find them to be a little bit more human and engaging. But make sure to check out what their reviews are like and what other students are saying before jumping into a course. Now on Udemy, you can get a course anywhere from about $10 to $20 when they're all on sale. And on Skillshare at the time of recording, it's about $20 for a monthly subscription that gives you access to all of their amazing courses. So I really recommend these 2 methods. And then also supplementing that with free online learning like using YouTube for that. You can, of course, also take some more expensive, more advanced courses that are about $500 to $5,000. But when you're first starting out, my biggest piece of advice is to not overwhelm yourself by investing way too much into this journey before you really know if you're enjoying it, before you even know if it's something that you really want. So start with the more kind of budget conscious choices and then continue reinvesting into your learning. Now, for those of you out there who are going to say, oh, don't I actually need a formal degree to work in this field, whatever your chosen field is? I'm going to tell you right now that I don't have a formal qualification in digital marketing. I taught myself everything I know, and I have worked with everyone from solopreneurs to multi-million-dollar enterprises and digital marketing agencies and just about everyone in between. And not once has anybody asked me for a formal qualification proof, because I know what I'm doing, and that's so much more important in the online world than a piece of paper. And also, a 3 or 4 year bachelor's degree or any other kind of degree is going to be so outdated by the time you would graduate that there's really no point, because the digital world is just moving far too quickly. Alright, so now moving on to step 3, which is to build out your portfolio. Now, once again, this does not have to be this complex, custom-coded, expensive WordPress site like a lot of people would suggest that you need. You can easily do this by just pimping out your LinkedIn profile, or if you're maybe working full-time still and you don't want your boss getting suspicious about your sudden career change on your LinkedIn profile, then just go ahead and build a one-page portfolio site with a free tool like Strikingly. If you'd like to learn how to do that, make sure to check out my video on how to build your one-page portfolio site in less than 30 minutes. Again, when I first started, I had no way to do this either, and I was actually still working full-time, so I couldn't do anything with my LinkedIn profile. All I did is put together some graphics on Canva, I put together a few marketing videos, and I also did a few articles on medium.com, which is a free site where I could showcase my copywriting style. And then I linked everything to my one-page portfolio site that I could then send when I was reaching out to clients on LinkedIn or through Facebook groups. So it can be something really simple like that. It doesn't have to be really complicated. And I promise you, it's a lot more than a lot of other freelancers out there are doing. So step 4 then is to decide on your business model. Now, the digital nomad work pool kind of divides itself into these 3 categories. One is working remotely, the second one is freelancing on a contract basis, and the last one is running your own online business. So let's talk about some pros and cons of each of these to decide which one might be right for you. All right, so now starting with working remotely. An example might be if you're a full-time social media manager for an e-commerce brand. This can mean taking your existing job that you already have remote by negotiating with your boss, or maybe applying for a full-time permanent remote role on sites like Remote OK or We Work Remotely. Pros of this is that you can work full-time, get benefits, even holiday and sick pay, just working from your laptop, and you have a consistent rate of pay month to month. Cons are that you're likely restricted to the time zone of your employer, so you can't just pick up and move halfway across the world, because you might be stuck working from 9 p.m. to 5 a.m. instead and driving yourself a little bit nuts. When it comes to freelancing, examples of this would be a copywriter for a health food brand, a video editor for a yoga YouTube channel, or a graphic designer for an accounting firm. These types of jobs you can get through networking either in person or online in Facebook groups or LinkedIn outreach or dedicated platforms like Freelancer and Upwork. Pros of this is that you have flexibility of clients and flexibility in the type of work you do and your contract length. If, like me, you really enjoy dynamic work, then this might be the way to go for you, because it will allow you to work on multiple projects with multiple clients, and also generally allow you to charge higher rates, as you're not on a salary, but you're on an hourly, weekly, or per project payment structure. Now, the cons of this is that it can be an organizational nightmare if you're not naturally organized, and you also have to be really good at setting boundaries with your clients, because you might have 5 or more clients at a time, and your pay might also vary from month to month. So those are some things to consider there. Now, the last of these is starting your own online business for things like dropshipping or Amazon FBA or online course creation, or having other digital products like a membership site, for example. Now the pros here is that it can be much more passive once you get a little bit of momentum, especially when it comes to digital products like online courses, where you can create your course once and then sites like Udemy or Skillshare will actually sell it for you and market it for you. Now the cons here are that this is the riskiest of the three strategies, and it's very hands-on and time consuming, especially when you're setting everything up. So it does kind of seem that everyone in the online world is always telling you to niche down and narrow down and find your niche. And I would actually disagree with this and go out on a limb here a little bit, because it wasn't really my approach, and it isn't to this day. When I first started working online, and for quite a while afterwards, I focused on just getting as many experiences in as many fields as I could. So I made an effort to work with clients of all different sizes, of all different customer bases, and in different industries, so I could learn what worked for me and what didn't, and where my passions really were. So I worked with everyone from baby clothing brands and real estate investors and software developers and energy retailers and everyone in between, so I could figure out what I actually really wanted to focus on in the future. So I would recommend that before even thinking about starting your own online business and your own passive income, which is the goal, and it's exactly what I ended up doing with my online courses to supplement my freelancing income, I would try and get as many experiences working with a variety of clients before deciding on what's right for you. And now over to you guys. Do you know of other ways that people have made money online that you'd like to share with me? Let me know in the comments below, and it's something maybe I can focus on in future videos as well. Now moving on to step 5. Before we go into how to decide where to actually set up your virtual office in step 6, I also wanted to cover something that people seem to forget about a lot when it comes to this digital nomad lifestyle, which is all about knowing your numbers. What I mean by this is just you need to know what your expenses are every month. So you need to know exactly what you need to earn in order to just break even, and then also to earn more on top to contribute to your savings. So if you know that $2,000 a month is the bare minimum you need to make in order to break even on your expenses, and you're charging $50 an hour, then you know that 40 hours that month is the minimum you need to work in order to break even, assuming you're also charging your taxes in your country on top of your hourly rate. So it really scares me when people don't really know their revenue and profit numbers. If they say things like, oh, I'm making $100,000 a month from Facebook ads. Yeah, but if you spent $99,000 on your Facebook ads, then you've made $1,000 profit, and that's not going to get you very far. So know your numbers, and also just be really conscious of being able to put money aside for doing really exciting things in the place that you're in. There's no point in living in beautiful places like Cambodia and Bali if you're not putting a little bit of money aside on doing really exciting things in the place that you're in and exploring nature and culture and all of those wonderful things that come along with being able to be a digital nomad. So now at step 6, let's talk about how to actually choose your ideal travel destination. First and foremost, be very aware of time zones. So at the moment, I'm in Australia, and if I had an Aussie client and I was going to go back home to visit my family in Canada for a couple of months, that might mean a few 3 a.m. Skype calls with my clients, which might be fine from time to time, but probably not sustainable long term. So be very aware of time zones first and foremost, and then really think about things like cost of living, internet speed, temperature, culture, food, all of the things that really matter to you that are individual to where you want to travel to. My favorite resource for this is Nomad List. It has a rating for every digital nomad hotspot around the world, including average cost of living per month, temperature, Wi-Fi speed, and it even has a fun and safety rating. And this awesome website even connects other digital nomads in a helpful community forum, and even has a dating section. Which brings me to my next and final point. Step 7, connect with your people. I cannot say this enough, but co-working spaces might just be the best investment that you make as a digital nomad. Some of my favorite people I've met from around the world have been through co-working spaces, especially when I was living in Canggu in Bali. So these kind of co-working spaces will put a lot of effort into connecting their community and having Skillshare sessions so people can pass on their knowledge to others. And you might find people who are in your industry and in your niche and in your skill set who are just those few steps ahead who can help you out. And likewise, you will find people who are a few steps behind where you are, which will allow you to pass on your own knowledge and make you feel really good about how far you've come. So chances are there is a co-working space near you wherever you are in the world. Make sure to check out coworker.com and see if there are any awesome spaces near you that might even offer a free trial for you to go and maybe check it out just to get a feel for what your digital nomad life might look like. Alright, so that was a lot of information, and as I said at the beginning, the links to the resources mentioned throughout are listed in the description below, along with your link to that resource I mentioned that's going to have a complete list of all the places that you can find work online as a digital nomad, a list of the most in-demand and highest paid freelancing gigs out there this year, and even some discounts to courses that you can access that are going to help you to get on the right track in getting your digital nomad career up and running in just a few months. And I've also included an extra special bonus of teaching you how to actually save money while you travel through house sitting. House sitting is one of my favorite digital nomad money saving hacks because I've been able to live rent free for sometimes up to 6 months out of the year through house sitting, which has allowed me to save a lot of money while I travel and allowing me to explore new places, which is so awesome. So make sure to check it out by going to the link in the description or head straight through to livingtorome.com/digital-nomad. Thank you guys so much for being here and watching this video. If you'd like to learn more about how to start and grow your online business, make sure to like the video and subscribe to the channel and hit that bell so you get a notification every time a new video goes live. Finally, do you have a favorite travel destination that you would like to visit as a digital nomad? Let me know in the comments below so I can check out where you guys are hoping to travel to. Thanks again so much for watching, and as always, keep creating the life you love.